There may be times when you want to export the asbestos register from one of your asbestos survey reports. This could be because the client needs it in a spreadsheet format, or it could be that once you've completed the survey, you now need to create an asbestos management plan and import that same register. Either way, getting the data out is the first step. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. The first way is something that's built into most of our templates. So if you view the report, we'll have a look at the preview. Let's head down to the register section. You can see here is our register. So one of the things that we often include on our reports, anywhere where there's a table, is a copy table data button. This will take the data from the related table, in this case the one just below it, and it will copy it into your clipboard. So let's go ahead and do that now. Now I'm going to skip ahead and open up Google Sheets, and I'm going to paste this data in. So here I've gone ahead and opened up a spreadsheet program. In my case, I'm using Google Sheets. This could also be Excel or OpenOffice Calc, something like that. But as soon as you've got your spreadsheet program open, you can then paste the data from your clipboard using the Control-V option. And you can see here the data has been copied exactly as it was on the preview. We can also modify the copy table data button so it includes the header row. In this case, we've excluded it so you don't see the header row, just the 2 items. If you do want us to make that change, please get in touch with our support team and we can easily do that for you. So that is the first option, which should be available to you now if you've got the asbestos survey template on your account. The other option is to use a custom export script. So if I head back over to the dashboard, you can see this template I've got is using a custom export script. I've just named it this way to make it clearer for me. Yours might simply say asbestos survey v4 or whatever it might be. But the key additional thing that I've added to this particular template is this script here. So if I tap this button, it's going to display any scripts that we've got available. Now in this case, I've created a special export script that just exports the register. So let's just take a look first of all at the data that's going to be exported. Well, if you have a look at the inspection section, you can see we've got 3 items, and they are all items where we have taken a sample. So if I have a look at this one here and scroll down, you can see sample 001 was taken in this case. Now if I have a look at the sample results, only 2 of these actually came back as asbestos, this first one and the third one. This one is no asbestos detected in sample, so this one's not going to form part of the register. And that tracks when we remember the previous method, which only exported 2 items. There should only be 2 items in the register, the one that's linked to this top sample and the one that's linked to the bottom one. So if I run the export script, let's see if that's the case. You can see it's created this file for me, which is a CSV file. I'm going to open this up. And the data is as we'd expect. We've got 2 items. One is linked to that chrysotile result and one is linked to gracilite. So what the script has done is it's combined the inspection section and the sample results into a single row. And that's been dictated by how this script's been set up. I've put some logic in here to say, well, I want these fields from the first inspection section. I want building, level, location, item, and so on. But I also want to get some fields from the sample results section, for example, fiber type. So the advantage of having an export script like this is you simply press a button and all of the hard work is done for you behind the scenes. The other thing that we can easily do is dictate which fields are included in the file, also the formats that are shown. And if you have, for example, a third-party bit of software that's only requiring a specific format, this is ideal because we can customize the export script to exactly what you need. Or if you have an asbestos management plan that requires the columns in a certain order or format, then we can easily accommodate that for you. If you need a custom export script adding to your account, please contact our support team and we can set this up for you. Please provide an example format of how you'd like it to be exported. So just to recap, There was two options to export the register. The first is to go into one of the layouts in the report and use the Copy Table Data button. This copies the data to your clipboard, and you can then paste that into your spreadsheet program. That's fine if the format that you need it in is the same as the format that's shown on the report. The other option was to create a custom export script. This can create data in pretty much any format. It's something our team will need to set up for you, and you'll need to provide an example of how you want the data to look. If you don't have an example, that's fine. We can just use our standard format, and then you can review it and see if you need any changes. But the custom export script option is a lot more flexible, and it's generally a lot easier to run because it's fewer clicks that you need to do. So I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, please get in touch.